Acheson, Artist Legacy.
Welcome to part 1 of 3 of how to do this painting. It's an acrylic painting done on linen canvas, and it's 40 by 50 centimeters in size. Okay, let's go. We're starting with the sanding. As usual, it's gessoed. The canvas is gessoed, but it does need a scuff sand. So I'll lightly sand it to all the edges and the front, of course, then wipe it off with a rag. Then I start with a little limbering up. As you know, it's good to stretch before we do any painting. So I do a little line drawing with some charcoal. Now I'm looking at this Hawaiian Tropic bottle, observing the color. It's a winning, obviously marketed color scheme, so why not take a look at some of these color schemes to see what's appealing to the customer, to the consumer. And obviously Hawaiian Tropic is a very interesting company, so I thought, wow, those colors are very alluring, so we'll start out trying to match the blue. So now I'm just putting the blue down, and then maybe some orange later, and some black, and some of those colors from the Hawaiian Tropic bottle. So I'm just feeling where I think the blue might go. It's a light blue. Pretty good color match. And I just sprayed it with some water to keep it moist. It's a very hot day. You can see I'm in my tank top there, so it's probably 33 or so degrees Celsius. So try to stay cool with a fan going there. Now I'm adding some white on top of the gesso, white, but I'd like to cover it all with paint. Now a little blending going on, just getting a feel for the paint. I like using this brush. It's about a 40 millimeter, so about 1.5 inches, and they're bristle brushes, natural fiber. Here's the slightly smaller one, the 30, so about 1 inch wide, bristle brush, and adding some yellow, a la the Hawaiian Tropic colors. Very yummy colors. Yummy color combination. Give you that summer feeling. Full of life. And the ocean. I love that feeling of the beach and the ocean. Thought that might come through with these colors. Got the sunshine with the yellow, and so I'm using a palette knife there. Try to come right up to the edges. If it's a floating frame, then of course depends how you frame these paintings. But if it's a floating frame, meaning it's there's a little bit of a space between the frame and the canvas, so you can see the edges. So you want to paint right up to the edges. I just have 3 different types of red, seeing what red might be the best one for this. So of course when you add that red in with the yellow, the wet yellow there, it's going to blend a little to make some orange. I try to do the edges as well of the canvas. So if there's no frame, of course, it'll look good on the edges while it's hung on the wall. Now I'm using the palette knife, bringing in a lot of that orange now. And here's a big brush here, round. Just making some kind of a line. No thought, no plan on this. Feel like stopping for some reason. Okay. Reload. Try another one down this side here. A line from top to bottom. Not sure where it's going to go. Not much planning or thinking. Maybe a little bit of blue at the bottom here, darker blue. Some more geometric lines there. No, I'm not that happy with the darkness of it, so lightened it up a little bit to not stand out so much. I've got another type of palette knife there. It's got a round edge to it. It's good for smoothing the surface. Add a little texture. Wet the canvas again with the spray bottle. Just keeping it moist. Not wet, just moist. I have another brush here, smaller one with some more orange, just filling in that area. Not sure what to do with that extended blue. Thick line there. At first I thought these might look like noses. Two noses on the canvas there. Just come up the side, fill that little area there with a little light blue. Always judging how it looks. Is it cohesive? No, I'm not happy with that whole section, so I'm just going to erase it. I use a wet rag, of course. While the paint's wet, you can remove paint from the canvas. Start again. Of course it will affect everything around it, so it's a bit messy to do the rag, but you can remove, and it's like an eraser for some mistakes. Now I've added some blue, more blue there. White on top of that blue. blending nicely there. I love that gradation of the dark blue to the light blue, and then into the green and the yellow. And some flowing pattern there at the bottom. Now some red. Red's very eye-catching, so you want to be careful about red placement in the painting. Spread out the bits of red to give it some balance. So some in the middle, some in the bottom. Trying to look for more red for some reason. I feel it might need more. Trying it here and there. So put some red at the top there now. Mixed with a bit of that dark blue, and it's become quite dark, so lighten it up with a little light blue now. You can scratch some paint away. Scratching away some of the paint there to give it some texture, more interest. A little light green. I like that light green. Intermingle that with the orange and the light blue. It has a very kind of tropical feel to it. Oceanside colors, very vivid. So I'm not particularly sure what's to do next, so I've flipped the canvas on its side, removed some paint on the orange section with the rag, back to the thinner knife here, putty knife, use it for painting. It's really a good tool. So I'm really not committed to one canvas orientation at this point. So I flipped the canvas just to get another perspective. Starting to notice that this section needs a little bit of green. Make this section work a little better with a little green and some yellow. Intermingling them, so somehow I see some harmony. So how's this silver, metallic silver? There's another red. Hold up your paint to the canvas and see how it's gonna work if you were to put it on there. So I'm looking at this red section here. Okay, a big bold move with a big palette knife. It's about a 3-inch palette knife. So I'm really quite happy with that maneuver, so I'm going to try a smaller one down here. Ayo! I dropped it. But do I like the result? Not sure about this bottom section. I'm going to erase that. Clean it up. Can start again. That concludes part 1 of 3. If you'd like to see part 2, check out the link below. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.